So this lesson is identifying sequences. So I have three sequences here. So the first one is obviously this one, second sequence, and the third sequence. And so looking at the first one, we really are looking at whether the sequence is arithmetic or geometric. And so we see that there's obviously a common difference of 4 here, common difference of 4 here, common difference of 4 here. Therefore this is arithmetic. And again, the reason why this is arithmetic is that there's a constant rate of change. And so we should always see if there's a constant rate of change. If there is, then it's arithmetic. If there's not, it could be geometric. So looking at the second one here, 1/2, 1/4, we may be contemplating upon whether there is this common difference or not. But if you really think about this, again, if you're doubting that this is or is not an arithmetic sequence, you'll always want to divide consecutive terms to see if it's a geometric sequence. So if we divide again 1/4, we do 1/4 divided by 1/2. That's really 1/4 times 2. That gives us 1/2. Similarly, we do 1/8 divided by 1/4 or times 4 here, right? So that would be 1/2 again. We do 1/6. So we have 1/16 again divided by 1/8 or times 8, right? So that will also give us 1/2. Looking at all of these, dividing any consecutive term, two consecutive terms here gives you that common ratio of 1/2, and therefore you see that this common ratio exists, and all the common ratio really indicates is a half. So you do 1/2 times 1/2, 1/4, 1/4 times 1/2, 1/8, 1/2 times 1/8 is 1/16. So there's that common ratio, that's that value that you're multiplying each term to get the next term, and so that's your common ratio, and therefore this sequence here is geometric. So this sequence here is geometric. And looking at the third one here, and I think this is quite simple as well. You see that there's plus 50 here, there's plus 50 here, and there's plus 50 here. Therefore this is an arithmetic. This is an arithmetic sequence as well. So that's the basic idea here, again looking at whether a common ratio exists or whether a constant rate of change exists. Another thing I want to point out is if you see a sequence of or an arithmetic sequence that instead of this it's something like 17, then 13, then 9, then 5, you want to make sure that when you plug in your common difference, right, in the formula an is equal to a1 plus n minus 1 times d, that formula to determine the nth term, you want to make sure that d, or your common difference, is substituted as -4, not 4, -4, because you are decreasing, you have that negative slope. So you want to put that negative value in, or else your answer will be incorrect. So that's just identifying sequences. So thanks for watching.